Yo, what is good, everybody? Oh shit, I'm playing something. Oh shit, hold on.
No.
Okay,
Oh.
my bad. What's good, everybody? Just got done doing my reaction to episode 5 of Kaifuku. And I know I haven't done this for the previous couple of episodes, mostly because I couldn't be arsed to, but I thought, hey, might be a good time, might be a decent time to do one of those comparison episodes, comparison videos, comparing the manga of Kaifuku with its fifth episode of the anime adaptation. So, let's just get into it, right? So, we're starting off with chapter 10.1 because the start of this episode aligns with chapter 10.1. So we're starting off with that chapter. Um, immediately, uh, oh, quick disclaimer before I get too into it. Obviously, Kaifuku is originally a web novel slash a light novel, one of those two, or maybe even both. Not completely sure, but it was originally in text form. So the manga itself is also an adaptation. And as we know with adaptation, things get skipped, things get changed. So this comparison might not be like, it might not be the end all be all because the actual source material I personally haven't read. I've just read the manga of this show. So, so I believe it's a light novel, right? Wait, let me check. Let me check real quick. Uh, Novel updates. Yeah, it's originally a light novel. Yeah, so. Anyway, so obviously, not the end all be all. But we keep it moving. This is what we're comparing it to. And if you don't like it, suck my dick. Anyway, let's get into it. So immediately the immediate change is that they skipped out a whole scene regarding the commander, the person who Kayaru absolutely messed up by giving his original face to him to make that dude take the fall for his crimes. This scene where he is in front of the king, we did see, although the king in the anime looks a lot different. In my opinion, the manga king looks way better, far more imposing, scary, powerful. Everything's clear. But what they skipped is the aftermath of his meeting, where he gets absolutely furious. God, I fucking hate him. Even to the point where he grabs the burning stick that we all know and love from the second episode and jams it in his fucking eye. Obviously, he probably does that because he hates his face. The face he currently has is not his original face, so obviously he's pissed as fuck. Burns his own face, jams the burning rod into his eyes. The anime completely skipped out of that scene. But here we have it, burn mark on his face. We'll head, and here he actually says, Oi, we'll head to the healers. Healer Hero's village. I've got to send my regards to his parents after all. So yeah, that got completely skipped in the anime, which is kind of too bad because it's a pretty important scene in my opinion. Uh and the only thing that does happen in this episode that kind of relates to this scene is the fact that at the end we do see uh the people of his village So let's check this out real quick. The people of his village being tied up, imprisoned, and the dude riding his horse. I'm eager to get revenge of it. We also see the fact that he covered it, has his face covered because of that injury he inflicted upon himself. But anime onlys won't know why he has that injury, which again kinda sucks. Now the beginning of the episode, where we see our main characters hunting. I'm all dirty now. Freya is such a slowpoke, she can't even evade the boar. So they also skip this, them actually hunting for animals. Loads of details are missing, obviously, as you can see. Needs training in self-defense. And this is also pretty funny, because in the episode, he actually asks her much later on, like in the room where he had the swordswoman tied up, he asks her right here. So, I was defeated so easily. You're a magician after all. But you could do with some close combat training. Setsuna, give Freya some training in that. So, as you can see, that piece of the dialogue was... Let me check. Yeah, that piece of the dialogue was actually mentioned much later on in the episode, whereas in the manga it was mentioned right here, where our boy asks Setsuna to train Freya in close combat. Anyway, now we kind of get a reason for the fact that the girls take a fucking bath. It is because Freya is dirty because of the boar blood / dirt that's on her. Like right here. Like the episode itself begins with them just laying in a lake, just swimming in a lake. For no obvious reason. The manga actually gives us an obvious reason. Continuing. You have Bone there, let's take a break, go to the nearby river. So they go to the river, do their things. Setsuna fishes some fish, as happened in the anime. And our boy very descriptively describes their bodies. Freya's womanly body parts indeed very attractive. Setsuna lacks in that department, but a strange sense of sensuality comes from hers. I've got my hands on some wonderful toys. And my nigga goes crazy. Just like in the episode. You girls will have to train together tomorrow. So you girls need to get along and understand each other. I mean up to every nook and cranny, okay? So, this is not much of a change, but in the anime, they just made it seem as if they were just going crazy, just smashing each other. But like, here in the manga, he actually gives us kind of a reason why he goes for the threesome. And that is and obviously that's because he thinks the girls should understand each other up to every nook and cranny. Anime kind of skips over that. It's possible that the anime skips over that because of the censorship. I personally doubt it. But yeah, my nigga goes crazy and fucks them both. Yeah. That's the end of the chapter 10.1, so we go on to 10.2. Let me see. 10.2. After he's done fucking him, someone saw a medium-sized platoon dispatched by the Gyro Kingdom marching towards Ranalita. It seems they have realized I have escaped. So this is a very important piece of dialogue, which doesn't happen in the anime. In the anime, after the lake scene, they simply skip to the city right there. Whereas in the manga, he actually sees the fact that the kingdom, that a platoon from the kingdom is marching towards his home village, looking for him because he has escaped. They have found out that the dude who looks like him isn't him and is actually the commander of the army or the head knight or something. Did they use the skill appraisal on the Imperial Knight captain? As I thought, I should have killed him when I had the chance. So here we go. Our boy didn't let the dude live because he wanted to. He let him live by a mistake. He didn't get the opportunity to kill him, obviously. Although he might have wanted him to suffer a bit. So, kind of a mistake caused by emotion. Still, I think it's impossible for me to face the kingdom's army with these two girls around. But I need these girls for my revenge. Moreover, I can't let someone hurt my toys. So here it is. For everyone asking, why the fuck did this dude, this powerful, overpowered dude, let the kingdom just march up on his family like that? Here you have the answer. He couldn't go help out his village. He couldn't go help out his family. He couldn't go help out his quote unquote sister. Simply because he had to take care of these two girls that he has with him. His two companions. His one companion and his other revenge companion. Let's call her that. So that's the reason he doesn't immediately go after the soldiers he noticed that are marching towards his village. Anyways, let's just go through this real quick. It seems it's time for us to leave Ranalita. Once that's finished, we'll leave immediately. Now, the soldiers are actually in the area. They're actually looking for him, which doesn't happen in the manga. Here he says, let's go through the slums to avoid being seen. Oh, he's actually caught here, right here. Ninja looking motherfuckers attack him. Well, you're strong indeed. This is the merchant he's selling the potions to. So the entire scene is different, completely different. First of all, the manga seems to skip the encounter with the soldier that deserted the army during the Ice Wolf village raid. That's skipped. And the entire scene where he meets the merchant actually happens outside, whereas this one happens inside. We have prepared a special room where you'll spend your life making medicines. And it seems like the dudes he got working for him all look like fucking ninjas, whereas in the anime they actually look like random riff-raff random soldiers from the area, I guess. I've never given you my name. Or every bit the shrewd businessman, Ledra Goldman. It's difficult to move around, don't get me wrong. These two girls are my toys. In the anime, he calls them his weapons, which is kind of odd since he doesn't actually use those two as weapons. Toys is a much better word for it, I guess. Anyway, the dialogue, both pieces of dialogue from the anime and the manga, kind of come kind of have the same meaning as to where he's bluffing about the fact that he doesn't care if they're killed. Although they're my toys, they're my favorite toys. And so I want to avoid breaking my toys over such simple matter. And my nigga shows his power. Slices his hairline into two. Oh, that's painful. Let's head back to the inn. So the entire thing is different. Completely different. We'll fight. Here he actually receives 500 gold coins for his recipe. Whereas in the manga, the dude simply runs away. It's kind of hard for me to tell which one is more realistic / correct. Given the fact that, like, if I'm going to have to explain it, the potions he make, the anti-curse, anti-illness medicine he makes, in order to make them, he actually uses his own body. He uses antibodies he created inside of his own body. So without Keiyaru, there is no medicine. And in the manga, the merchant seems to be aware of this fact. That's why he said, hey, I'm going to put you into a room and you will make potions. You will make the medicine for the rest of your life inside of that room. Whereas in the anime, he simply asks for a recipe, even though if he has that recipe, he wouldn't be able to do anything, since he doesn't have the antibodies that Keiyaru has. So I got a feeling that the manga interpretation is the correct one, but I like the animes better because he scammed the fuck out of that nigga. Anyway, in both we get to meet the swordswoman of the Claret family. So there's actually someone outside the Claret family that can use it. And that's the end of the chapter. Pretty much they're going to fight like we see here in the manga. Damn, the art in the manga is fucking amazing. Just look at that. Play strongest swordsman in the kingdom. She's level 45, not mentioned in the anime. The anime completely skips any sort of explanation regarding levels, stats, powers, everything. Despite not being a hero, she's standing at the apex of humanity. She possesses the super rare skill Holy Blade, which is the ultimate form of swordsmanship. PRN. Both her claws and her skill are read Kensai, but this way is less confusing. Both are valid translations. If I hadn't acquired some of her EXP earlier with my recovery heal, I would have been fatally wounded by now. So another big change. Manga, lots of explanation, lots of text. Anime, we compare it to the anime. Anime simply a bunch of fights without any explanation, right? They just go crazy in the anime. Can you see me? Big change. I know able to block my attack 3 times. It's impossible feat even for people who are at master level. Who in the world are you? No match. So this is also very important. In the manga, he actually mentions the fact that she is fucking tough. Like, even with all his powers that he has obtained up until now, he is still no match against her. she would still fuck him up if she had to. Who has killed kingdom soldiers, you have defiled the Claret swordsman. This is the same. Heard of a man obliterated the kingdom army who was protecting the Ice Wolf tribe. Still the same as in the anime. Evil is my duty as the head of the family to stop him. Don't think you can talk your way. So she actually noticed that is a slave. That the girl is his slave. Which she didn't in the anime since she was wearing a hood. Like previously. Like right here. She didn't immediately notice it. Continuing, she tries to defend him, saying things. She thinks she is lying. She thinks she's hypnotized. She won't believe me, even if I tell her the truth. He has also, he mentioned he has no qualms with her in the manga. Obviously, he actually kind of likes her. And she didn't fucking rape him when he was still a prisoner at the kingdom. Anyway, they fight. Stop it. Don't you dare. Oh, okay. A lot more imagery in the manga. You two are saying that you will oppose me. That's exactly what I'm doing here. Cure the disease and save the Ice Wolf tribe. So Jesus Christ. Kyaruga-sama is a hero. Slashes through the fire spell, slams her in the belly. Still the same. Here we go. As I mentioned in my reaction, we actually get information regarding her stats, which the anime completely skips out. Level 45, attack 122, speed 13, level cap 51. So she hasn't even reached her level limit yet. Stat, MP 91, attack 128. It's kind of weird that they're showing the stats twice. I'm guessing at the level cap of 51, this is the stats she achieves. Total attribute points 580. Abilities, Holy Blade, Battle Sense. Holy Blade skill boost, Blade Goddess exclusive skill. Augment the strength and speed of the Holy Blade skill. Presence detection. Again, a Blade Goddess exclusive skill. Augment the range and speed of Battle Sense skill. Lots of information just getting skipped, just getting skeeted over. Which is a downer, but hey, I get why they're doing it. It's too bad though. Upgrade heal, again a move of Keiyaru that the anime completely skips over. He's able to enhance all of his stats. So, for example, his attack goes from 66 to 129. And you get it. You fucking get it. He's able to upgrade himself. Can't use magic, so I'll increase my physical defense to the max to protect me from dying in one hit. The manga actually shows our boy struggling against her. I'm still losing even after using simulation heal and upgrade heal. She is the strongest. He was able to break a sword just like in the anime through the use of alchemy. I'm just an alchemist, there we go. But it kind of bothers me that the anime made it look as if the dude was just going toe to toe with her. Like my nigga just stood up with no wounds on him, whereas in the manga he's getting fucked up. Straight up, he's just getting messed the fuck up. I'll tell you my clause if you let me go. If you let us go. I was joking. Also, kind of different. He didn't say this in the anime. What he actually said was, "Oh, I will tell you who I am if you let me go." Whereas, in contrast to, I will tell you my clause if you let me go. Anyway, next chapter. He uses the aphrodisiac. Both of those happen in the anime and the manga. Not feeling well, you coward, what's wrong? It shows a lot more effect in the manga. But it's kind of like, in the manga actually shows us that he only uses the aphrodisiac because he's getting fucked up. She's absolutely beating him. He is using that bottle as a final ditch effort, right? Whereas in the anime, it's almost as if he's playing with her, as if he isn't even taking her seriously. So that's kind of a more of an annoying change, because it kind of gives us a different view on the personality of our boy. But hey, again, it is what it is. Anyways, he uses the aphrodisiac. She stabs her leg, cuts off his arm. He's laughing. He heals his arm, catches her, shows him the memories of what happened to the ice wolves. The fucking disgusting. Fucking disgusting. You've come to your senses. Are you injured anywhere? We continue. Again, she is tied up. I kind of prefer the manga because the manga actually shows her scars. I don't remember if the anime also did, because obviously the anime is censored, or at least the one I'm watching. Here she's wearing full clothing. You can't really judge, but the manga obviously is a bit rawer, shows a bit more detail, showing her scars, because obviously she's a fucking soldier. She's a warrior, straight up. Anyways, this scene is kind of different because part of the dialogue that happens in this scene in the anime is done in the previous chapter in the manga. Anyways, just like in the anime, he tells her that she has to act to match your story with mine. Different wording, same idea. There she is, she wakes up. She's still influenced by kind of the aphrodisiac, whereas in the anime she's completely fine. Even standing up straight, has no problems walking, whereas in the manga she is on her fucking knees all the time. Again, explanation showing who he is. Here he actually transforms his entire body, whereas in the anime he only shows her his face. Like right here. Heal. Only transforms his face. The healer hero Keiyaru. The matter with. Okay, here we go. Same thing happens as in the anime. This is pretty much all the same. Again, what is kind of different is that here the shock that she receives when she realizes that the kingdom is messed up. That the kingdom is just disgusting, messed up, bunch of rapists, low-key. Actually, high-key, scratch that. High-key rapists. She collapses to her knees, whereas in the anime, she's kind of fine. Just standing there, just kind of staring. Again, manga showing way more emotion, way more depth to the characters. They might have been killed. Anyway, continuing. This is all the same. Flashback to when he healed her. Touches her. She going crazy. Kisses her. And my nigga goes fucking in. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the end. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah, that's pretty much it. The anime ends. There shows the dude and his village, of course. Yeah. I would say quick little comparison, but this definitely wasn't quick. This probably took way too long. And a lot of my waffling just in between. But I hope it was watchable for you guys. Lots of changes. I hope just by watching like this one, like this video, you can kind of you can kind of tell yourself like in the coming episodes what possibly is changed. Like if something is kind of odd or out of place, like if the main character goes from one location to the other and you're like, how the fuck did he get there? You can kind of realize, you can kind of think, hey, the manga probably had a lot more build up towards that. Also, personality wise, the anime kind of stays one dimensional, which is also a downer. But the anime is still crazy either way. Anyway, I'm out.